So, 3 years ago in May, me and my girlfriend, now fiance, went to go see a screening for this very movie I'm about to talk about. And, of course, the movie never got released. So, last year on Facebook, I posted a little post saying, I might review this movie that I saw 2 years ago at the time, but never got released. And a YouTuber or a friend of mine came up to me and say, what was the name of the movie? And I told him, Not Safe for Work. He comes back with me for a link to the movie. It was released last year. After 2 years of silence, it was released direct to video. And yeah, direct to video is where it should have stayed. Not Safe for Work is your not so typical Hollywoodized version of a thriller, but it's actually almost seems like an independent movie from the way it feels and the way it's shot, even though it is Universal. But yeah, you got relatively unknown people in this movie, and the plot focuses on Tom. He's an employee at this business company, of course. He gets fired by his boss because, you know, his boss is a douchebag. And on his way out, he kind of forgets something and goes back up into the office to check something out because he had a feeling about something as well. And, of course, a contract killer is also in the building, killing people one by one because he's on a mission to find something. And, of course, Tom is the man standing in his way. Now, what I think about Not Safe for Work is it is a silly, sometimes funny, stupid, but hilarious thriller all in one. You're going to have a little bit of fun watching this movie. This is easily a guilty pleasure movie, okay? And when we saw the screening of it, of course, certain things were not finished, including effects and stuff like that. There's one point where Tom, in the version we saw 3 years ago now, was looking at the elevator. You know how you have the little numbers and tell you what floor the elevator is coming before it actually gets there? That was an effect. It actually was an effect. So I finally get to see what the finished version looked like in the movie I just watched on the internet. And I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's cool. And of course, toward the end of the movie where a huge effect took place, of course when we saw it, it wasn't very much to that effect. But of course now, the full effect is in place and it looks a lot better. But yeah, the acting in the movie is not very great, but it's not horrible. It's just like funny in a way. The movie is not that great. It's not awful, but it's on the level of a guilty pleasure. Meaning you're going to watch this more than one time. This is only my second time I've seen it since I saw it. We saw it back in May of 2012. Because this was our third screening. Because before that, the first screening we went to was the Prometheus screening, the trailer screening for Prometheus, where we saw Ridley Scott and all that stuff. Then we went to go see in May Rise of the Guardians, and the very next week after seeing Rise of the Guardians, we saw this movie. Okay, and of course, after the movie was over, we was like, okay, when is this movie coming out? I checked everywhere, could not find it. So the fact that a guy from YouTube or a friend of mine found this movie and I had no clue about it coming out that last year was something else. But yeah. All in all though, Not Safe for Work is not a very good movie, but it's one you could have some fun watching. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. Oh God, no it's not. But it's easily one you're going to watch again for rewatch value alone. And that's why I'm going to give Not Safe for Work a C+. Let me know what you guys think about Not Safe for Work if you've seen it. I know probably half of y'all hadn't even heard of it until probably now, but yeah. Let me know down below. I'll catch you guys later.